This is a short bite episode of Homeschool Together. Hello and welcome to Homeschool Together short bite edition. Thanks so much for joining us, Ariel. Oh, hello. Welcome to my tea party. Do you happen to have a little critter with you today?
What lovely spikes you have.
Oh, I love to see your
Is
teeth.
that a new hat you get, Eleanor?
You found me. We are obviously talking about Dinosaur Tea Party.
Dinosaur Tea Party?
Which is essentially Guess Who with dinosaurs.
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
So this is made by Restoration Games. They're famous for remaking. They take old properties, they reimagine them, re-implement them. So this is a reprint of an old game.
Game recycling.
Yeah, so there was a game called Who's It? That was from the 70s, I want to say. Anyway, so this is redone, and you're now going to a tea party with a bunch of dinosaurs, as the name implies, at
cute.
Dinoton Abbey, and it has this gorgeous cover art. This is a game ages 7+. We started playing this when our daughter was 6, and it was totally fine.
Easy, yeah.
So it's 3 to 5 players, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. So in this game, there is a whole field of suspects kind of thing, and each of them have certain traits. So they're all these dinosaurs, these really great cards.
Wonderful art.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful art.
And they all have different traits. So some have glasses, some have spikes, some are showing their teeth, some have stripes, some have a pet, some have a hat. So there's all those different...
Some are not drinking, some are eating food, yeah.
Right. Some have a green background behind or a purple background or whatever. And so each player is assigned to be one of the dinosaurs secretly, and you are asking questions of the other players to try to guess their identity, but you have to ask them in your nicest tea party voices. You can't just say, are you wearing a hat? That doesn't surpass.
No, that doesn't work. How would you ask that question in Dinosaur Tea Party language?
Oh, what a lovely new hat you have.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't notice.
Right. There was one where somebody was asking me something about would you care for a piece of cake? And I was like, never touch the stuff. You can just, it's fun.
You can really just let your imagination go.
Have terrible accents. Yes. And our daughter has gotten so into the acting part of it. Yeah. So you ask these questions of the other players, and then you flip over the player in front of them, depending on what they answered about, let's say it's a hat. There's a little token in front of them that has a hat on it, and you have it hat side up or
with
X
a line through it, yeah.
Or X over the hat side up if you don't have a hat, right? So you're kind of, each player in front of themselves is keeping track of the answers that they said, so other players can take a quick look and see what they've said so far about their secret character. You try to guess the name of a character, and when you do, you get a little sugar cube, and that person gets assigned a new character. Mm-hmm. And the first person to 3 sugar cubes wins. But
there's also some wild cards on the board.
Right. So there's some cool quirks. So one of the dinosaur characters will always lie.
Yep.
So whatever you ask them, they're going to answer the other way. Another character always says no. No matter what, they always answer in the negative. Another quirk is they always switch.
Alternate,
They also switch their answers. So one question they'll answer yes, the next question they'll answer no, and back and forth and back and forth. So those quirks are kind of fun because at some point you'll be like, something does not add up about this person.
Your answers do not match the available field.
Right. So then you're like, okay, what's going on with this person? Are they one of the dinosaurs that have one of the quirks?
Exactly.
So it's really fun. This is one of those classic social deduction type of games. I think what elevates this one is the artwork is so engaging.
My favorite one is York. He's the giant T-Rex with a little itty bitty tiny
arms.
And then he's got this little itty bitty teacup, and he looks really disgruntled. But he's got no food, no animals, no hat, no. He's just sitting there, just looking at you. It's my favorite.
It's great. It's great. They all have cool names. The artwork is awesome, and it's a really fun little logic game for your child to figure out.
Deduction. It's just in the vein as you said. Guess Who and all those
right,
type of
except it's not that head to head, and I love that they've made it dinosaurs because it just takes it out of what color hair do they have, all that kind of stuff that you would ask in Guess Who. It's more about these other attributes. So yeah, it's super fun. It's pretty fast. You can, it's supposed to be played to 3 sugar cubes. You can easily just play it to first person to guess if you want to make for a shorter, quick filler game. This is one that our daughter frequently wants to bring out. In fact, the last time we had friends come over for a game night,
we played it with
she brought it out and we played it with 5 players. We all played Dinosaur Tea Party together.
I'd love to see.
And it was really fun, even as adults to
I'd love
play
to see if we can bring the 3-year-old into it and see if she can play.
No.
Not like she'd play with somebody else, like an adult. She'll play with an adult.
Maybe. I think what's really fun is when our daughter first started playing this, she would give pretty horrible answers as far as like her
acting.
Her acting was really, I mean, not that our acting is good, but she just, it was.
I don't know about you. That was grade A stuff.
No, it was terrible. But she was just, she felt very uncomfortable. It wasn't that her acting was so bad. It was that you could tell how uncomfortable she was with it. The more we played this game, now she's getting all into it. She has the body language.
She sells
when
it.
she's asked, she sells the whole thing. And I think that her confidence has really grown. You know, it's one thing to do something like a charades or something where you feel like you're very on the spot with your acting. Mm-hmm. This is nice and subtle because it's just the way that you ask something. You're being polite. We're all at a tea party. You're you know, what was your name again? Was it Benjamin? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just fun. It's just, it's really great. And I think she's come out of her shell a little bit in terms of feeling more comfortable through this game. So it's got the logic. It's got a little bit of acting. It's fun. It's got great artwork. You can't beat it. Dinosaur Tea Party. Thanks so much for joining us today and making us a part of your homeschool journey. Please engage with us on social media. Join our Homeschool Together podcast group on Facebook and find us at Homeschool Together Podcast on Instagram. We'd love to hear your feedback, questions, and recommendations. Until next time,
happy homeschooling!